If you have an enlarged prostate, it's important to ensure you eat the right foods to manage your condition. Certain foods can worsen your symptoms, while others can help reduce the size of the prostate gland. Welcome back. In this video, we'll talk about foods that you should try to avoid if you have an enlarged prostate or benign prostatic hyperplasia or BPH. The evidence for the foods we will discuss today comes from these two articles. Number one, relationship between dietary patterns with benign prostatic hyperplasia and erectile dysfunction, a collaborative review. And number two, diet-induced hyperinsulinemia is a key factor in the etiology of both benign prostatic hyperplasia and essential hypertension. The first worst food for enlarged prostate is sugary foods. Sugar is a no-go for those with prostate problem, as this can increase inflammation. Sugar is rich in some obvious sources such as cake, bread, and juice, but don't forget it's also added to processed foods such as salad dressing, ready meals, some cereals, and pasta sauce to give them extra flavor. You could try cutting down your intake of these things in order to reduce the pressure on your prostate. Another food to avoid is refined carbohydrates. They include foods such as pasta, white bread, and rice. These are all considered high glycemic foods that can significantly spike your blood sugar, leading to increased insulin levels, which in turn can stimulate the production and secretion of sex steroid hormones that are big contributors to prostate enlargement and cancer development. Try swapping this processed food for whole grain products, fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Not only are these better for your prostate, they are also highly nutritious and healthy. The third worst food for an enlarged prostate is red meat, such as beef and lamb. The problem with red meat is that it raises the level of arachidonic acid in your body, a chemical that causes inflammation, the very thing that your enlarged prostate does not need. This in turn worsens your enlarged prostate symptoms. Therefore, avoiding or limiting your intake of foods which trigger inflammatory response is a good place to start when dealing with prostate problem. You can substitute red meats for fatty fish like salmon, whose omega-3 content makes it beneficial for prostate health. Next is spicy foods, such as curry, hot peppers, and chili, are another thing you must be aware of if you suffer from enlarged prostate. Spicy food can irritate the bladder and prostate and may cause urinary symptoms associated with enlarged prostate, such as feeling the need to urinate frequently and urgently. If you are a fan of spicy meals, try adding a little less spice or hot sauce than normal. And if you still need extra flavor, add some herbs. Number 5 is alcohol. If you have an enlarged prostate, it is recommended that you avoid drinking alcohol or at least reduce your intake. Alcohol is inflammatory, so it can exacerbate the inflammation already present in the prostate gland. Also, alcohol acts as a diuretic. It dehydrates the body and can cause irritation of the bladder and the prostate gland. Next is caffeinated beverages. Avoiding or limiting your caffeine intake, including coffee, tea, and energy drinks, is another thing that can make a big difference in your prostate health. Same as alcohol, caffeine acts as a diuretic and it may worsen your enlarged prostate symptoms by increasing urgency to urinate. Additionally, caffeine can make the bladder contract more strongly, causing pain and discomfort. Number 7 is excess salt. A high sodium intake can sometimes increase the urinary tract symptoms that are typical for BPH, such as frequent urination, incomplete bladder emptying, and weak urine stream. Following a reduced sodium diet by avoiding processed food and not sprinkling extra salt over meals may be helpful for some men. With that said, sodium is an essential nutrient that helps the body balance its water level, so extreme sodium restriction is not advisable. The next food to avoid is salad dressing. Salad dressing in many circumstances are far from nutritious. They must have vegetable oils such as corn, soy, or canola oils, which are packed with omega-6, which causes inflammation. Because they are packed and filled with chemicals, the majority of them fall into the category of processed food. They are also frequently salty and high in saturated fats, so there's nothing nutritious about store-bought salad dressing. Spices and olive oil could be used instead. They contain anti-inflammatory and antioxidant compounds that are excellent for your prostate health and overall well-being. Lastly, dairy products such as cheese and milk may not be a good choice for those with enlarged prostate. They are high in saturated fats, which can lead to inflammation and make the symptoms worse. Additionally, dairy products contain high amount of hormones that can increase prostate enlargement. While a healthy amount of saturated fats and healthy fats such as omega-3 fatty acids have proven to be beneficial to overall health, excessive amount of saturated fat are what create a threat to your prostate health. You can try eating low-fat or non-fat versions of your favorite dairy products, or you may try alternatives such as almond milk, cashew milk, or flaxseed milk. By avoiding these foods or at least cutting down your intake, you can help reduce your prostate symptoms. It's also important to make sure that you are eating a healthy diet that is rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Eating a balanced diet can help keep your symptoms under control and may also help reduce your risk of prostate cancer. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay healthy and remember, health is the greatest wealth.